If the rifle was the infantry's reach, the submachine gun was its sting. In the tight confines of European cities and the dense jungles of the Pacific, the high-volume fire of the submachine gun often determined who walked away from a firefight. From the master-crafted steel of the Thompson to the industrial simplicity of the Grease Gun, today we are uncovering every submachine gun in the U.S. arsenal. The Thompson family, auto ordnance lineage. Submachine gun, caliber .45, M1928A1, the Tommy gun. The M1928A1 is the legendary Tommy gun, a high-caliber icon of the early war years that carried the heavy metal legacy of the Roaring '20s. You'll recognize its top-mounted cocking actuator and the distinctive cooling fins on the barrel, usually topped with a massive slotted cuts compensator. It was an ideal tool for close-quarters fighting in cities and jungles, providing a psychological edge with its Chicago Typewriter reputation, though its intricate machined frame proved far too expensive and time-consuming to manufacture at the scale required for global war. Submachine gun, caliber .45, M1, the Thompson. The M1 is the simplified Thompson, a weapon stripped of its artisanal frills to survive the grit and grime of the front-line trenches. It is distinguished by the move of the cocking handle to the right side of the receiver and its rugged, smooth barrel, which lacked the delicate cooling fins of its predecessor. It offered the same bone-shaking .45 caliber punch as the earlier models, but utilized a simplified blowback system that was much faster to manufacture and significantly easier for the GI to strip and maintain in the field. Submachine gun, caliber .45, M1A1, the Thompson. The M1A1 is the final war-standard Thompson that became the quintessential submachine gun of the Allied advance across Europe and the Pacific. Look for the simplified bolt featuring a fixed firing pin on the bolt face, a radical modification that completely removed the need for a separate, fragile hammer and firing pin mechanism. This was the most robust and widely issued late-war variant of the lineage, provided to everyone from paratroopers to infantry squads as they pushed through the ruins of the Third Reich.
As the war demanded even faster solutions and cheaper materials, the United States shifted its focus from master-machined steel to the revolutionary industrial stampings of the M3 family. The M3 family, guide lamp lineage. Submachine gun, caliber .45, M3, the Grease Gun. The M3 is the Grease Gun, a crude, stamped metal replacement designed by the guide lamp division of General Motors to be churned out with the speed of a kitchen appliance. It is instantly identifiable by its industrial tool-like appearance, its tubular receiver, and the prominent manual crank handle on the right side used to cock the bolt. While soldiers initially mocked its ugly looks compared to the sleek Thompson, it proved incredibly durable in field conditions, earning the trust of armored crews who valued its compact frame and its uncanny ability to keep firing even when choked with desert sand or jungle mud. Submachine gun, caliber .45, M3A1, the Grease Gun. The M3A1 is the improved Grease Gun, a late-war refinement that simplified the already basic design to its absolute mechanical limits. It is identifiable by the complete absence of the side crank. Instead, the user cocked the weapon by sticking a finger into a recessed hole in the bolt through an enlarged ejection port. This version resolved the frequent mechanical failures associated with the original crank system, creating a rugged, simplified weapon so effective that it remained in frontline service for decades after the war ended. While the Army focused on mass production and stamped steel, the Marine Corps initially looked to specialized, high-precision manufacturers for their early war firepower. The Reising family Harrington and Richardson lineage. Submachine gun, caliber 45, model 50. The Reising. The Model 50 is the Reising, a light and remarkably accurate submachine gun issued to the Marine Corps during the desperate early battles for the Solomon Islands. You'll notice its traditional wooden stock and the unique cocking bar located in a recessed slot underneath the forend, which allowed for a sleek, snag-free profile. Its tight tolerances and closed-bolt design made it far more accurate than the Thompson, but these same features made it overly sensitive to the dirt and humidity of the Pacific, leading to frequent and frustrating reliability complaints during intense jungle combat. Submachine gun, caliber 45, model 55, the Paratrooper Reising. The Model 55 is the Paratrooper Reising, a compact variant designed specifically for personal defense and high mobility roles in the most confined combat spaces. It is distinguished by the addition of a wireframe folding shoulder stock and the removal of the barrel compensator to shave off every possible ounce of weight. It was intended to give airborne troops and armored crews a portable punch, but it shared the same fragile internal hammer system and magazine sensitivities as the Model 50, making it a difficult weapon to rely on when exposed to the elements. Beyond the regular front lines, the shadows of the European resistance required a specialized kind of close-range lethality that could utilize enemy supplies. Specialized Support Weapons, OSS and Resistance. United Defense M42, the OSS Special. The United Defense M42 is a high-quality, rare gem manufactured by Marlin Firearms and designed specifically for clandestine operations and partisan warfare behind enemy lines. It is unique for its 9mm parabellum chambering, chosen so operatives could scavenge ammunition from fallen German soldiers, and its sleek, commercial-grade finish. Issued primarily to OSS operatives and resistance forces, the M42 was a compact and exceptionally well-made submachine gun, often seen in the field with two 20-round magazines taped together to provide the operator with an instant life-saving reload. From the artisanal steel of the Thompson to the finger-cocked bolt of the Grease Gun, American submachine guns proved that industrial scale allowed the United States to equip its forces with vast numbers of close-range automatic weapons. They provided the high-volume firepower needed to clear bunkers, streets, and trenches, securing the Allied advance one room at a time. If you want to see the weapons the Axis used to try and stop this advance, click the video on screen now to see the submachine guns of the German Wehrmacht. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next deep dive into military history.